In 2012, Alex Smith was just electrifying. He had one of the best seasons of his entire career the year prior, making the NFC Championship and lost to the Giants. This season would turn out to be better though, as for his first 9 games, he was amazing. However, in Week 10 against the Rams, he suffered a concussion and went out with an injury. Colin Kaepernick would immediately take the field and lead the 49ers to a 28-28 tie against the Rams and would remain the starter for the rest of the year. His incredible seasons in 2012 and 2013 made it look like he was the quarterback of the future for the San Francisco 49ers. However, we all know what happened after that, and this makes me wonder, what if in 2012 Jim Harbaugh had decided to keep Alex Smith as starter? Welcome to this video, and today we're going to be finding out. As we all know, Alex Smith was still on the team in 2012, and although he was still the team's captain, he took the field in Super Bowl 47 for only the coin toss. In this alternate reality, he would start, and unlike in the actual game where the Ravens would win by 10 yards on a 4th and goal play and win the Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers would rally and end up winning the game and win their 6th Super Bowl with Alex Smith as quarterback. 2013 wouldn't have been much different. The 49ers would get the wildcard berth, however, with an extra win, and then would come up to lose in a close game to the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention that I'm using What If Sports for these simulations, and well, the results were pretty shocking to say the least, because as you know, the 49ers did not make the playoffs until 2019 after 2013, and the only time that they went 500 or above in that span was in 2014 when they went 8-8. However, in 2014, as you know, we went 8-8, with Colin Kaepernick regressing a lot, and the self-destruction of our team that would happen over the next 4 or 5 years. However, with Alex Smith, 49ers go 13-3 and make the Super Bowl, and they beat the Chiefs in a close game 23-20 in overtime. However, who is the Chiefs quarterback in this alternate reality? This is the part where Colin Kaepernick enters the scene once again. The 49ers in 2013 deal him to the Chiefs for picks and a couple of players. Kaepernick does well, and as I said, makes the Super Bowl in 2014 and would make the Super Bowl again in a later part of this video. He does incredibly well, and his play never regresses like what actually happened. And the Chiefs and this could affect where Patrick Mahomes goes as well, considering the Chiefs may decide to keep Kaepernick for the option of his contract, which at the time for the 49ers was from 2015 to 2020. Returning to the focal point of this video, Alex Smith, he would stay at the 49ers for all of his career after that, leading them to 2 NFC Championship appearances in 2015 and 2016, losing both. And however, meanwhile, for Colin Kaepernick, the Chiefs would bounce back and win the Super Bowl in 2015 against the Carolina Panthers, with both teams finishing 15-1. The following year, the 49ers would once again make the NFC Championship, only this time they would lose to the Falcons in a massive blowout, finishing 41-19. Meanwhile, the Chiefs would also make the AFC Championship, losing to the Patriots in a close game 27-24 in overtime. In 2017, these two teams would meet again, with this time the Chiefs coming out on top, 28 to 21, to set up what would happen in real life in 2019. The Chiefs would win again, and this would be the third time they meet. This is now a pattern. I'm starting to notice a pattern, and the following year, the San Francisco 49ers would face the Super Bowl again to win over the Patriots. 28 to 24. 2019 would result in the meeting of the Chiefs again, this time losing by the same score, 31 to 20. Colin Kaepernick now has two Super Bowl wins instead of what actually happened with one conference championship appearance and one Super Bowl loss. Alex Smith has two Super Bowl titles, and in 2020, he would the 49ers make the NFC Championship again before losing to the Packers in a close game, 28 to 27. The following year, yes, I sim 2021 as well, since the schedule is not completely out yet, but the opponents are already known at this point. It would go to the NFC Divisional round before losing to the 1 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Final score 41 to 30. This would be the end of this video since I couldn't be able to sim anymore, but this is what I think would have happened. Well, not what I think, but what Simcom, or like the simulator, would have thought would have happened if Jim Harbaugh would have taken Alex Smith. And it goes well for everyone involved, since it goes well for everyone involved, the Chiefs, 49ers. But how does this affect the draft? Instead of getting selected by the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes keeps sliding down until he finally gets selected by the Cleveland Browns at number 52 instead of DeShone Kizer. The first couple of years are a struggle, as with most players who get drafted to the Browns. But in 2020, the tandem of Patrick Mahomes, Odell Beckham Jr., and Nick Chubb finally starts coming together, and the Browns make the Super Bowl and win against the Green Bay Packers in 2020. This would be one of the highlights of the draft. And another thing is, this changes the 2018 draft as well, because now Baker Mayfield is probably going to go. Baker Mayfield obviously would go to someone else. Mayfield probably gets picked up by the Jets. The Bills keep Josh Allen, and the Cardinals decide to risk on Sam Darnold. And Josh Rosen falls even further, assuming all these picks don't pick him until the 32nd pick where the Ravens decide to take him. And Lamar Jackson falls even further until the third round of the 76th pick where he goes to the Steelers. So this is interesting now, because this is interesting, to say the least. However, since I don't have that much time left on my hands, I'm going to have to end the video, but first I'm going to leave you with some Alex Smith real highlight clips.